In 5, 4, 3.
Good afternoon. I'm Blair Wayman.
And I'm Dylan Traeger. Welcome to the Fast Five, presented by the Indiana University Media School.
It was a big weekend for Hoosier athletics. Indiana's Fast Five starts now. The Hoosiers are 5-0 for the first time since 1967 after their 42-28 victory over Maryland. And a shift from their usual pace, the Hoosiers' offense turned the ball over 3 times, but the defense stepped up. Curtis Rourke started again with 359 passing yards, resulting in 3 touchdowns. The running backs take credit for 3 of the touchdowns, with 3 different players finding the end zone. On top of that, the Hoosiers are ranked in the AP poll at number 23 for the first time since 2021. Our very own Quincy Cofield has more.
Thank you, guys. The Hoosiers are coming off a huge win over Maryland and are getting hot as they go on the road to take on the Northwestern Wildcats. Looking for their 3rd conference win on the year, Coach Kirk Cinetti called the Wildcats a tough challenge and the best defensive team they have played thus far. The Wildcats held their opponents to 15.7 points a game this season and are looking to end the Hoosiers' undefeated streak as they come off a tough road loss against the Washington Huskies. Kickoff is set for Saturday, and it looks to be another great Big Ten matchup. Back to you guys.
The 2 teams will kick off at 3:30 Eastern Time from Evanston, Illinois on Saturday. The Indiana women's soccer team are coming off a big conference road trip, playing 2 games against the newest Big Ten teams. The Hoosiers would pick up a win against Oregon last Thursday 3-1. The win is the Hoosiers' first conference win of the season. Goals were scored by Avery Sneed, Ellie Britt, and Layla Serta. Indiana's second game of the road trip didn't work out in their favor, getting shut out to Washington 1-0 on Sunday. The women's soccer team will have an entire week to rest before heading on the road to face the Iowa Hawkeyes in Iowa City on Sunday. The 2 teams haven't crossed paths since September of 2021, when the Hoosiers shut out the Hawkeyes 2-0. The Indiana men's soccer team took a short drive to Columbus, Ohio last Friday, facing the number 4 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. The Hoosiers kept it close, coming back from 1-goal deficits twice in the match, as senior forwards Samuel Sarver and Tommy Mahalik both put their names on the score sheet. The 2 goals weren't enough damage as the game resulted in a 2-2 tie. This Tuesday, the Hoosiers will hit the road once again, taking on the Wisconsin Badgers in Madison. Afterwards, the men will return home to take on the Washington Huskies on Saturday.
The Hoosiers lost a tough match against number 11 Oregon while on the road this past weekend. The Hoosiers played their best opening set of the year but fell short in set 1. The Hoosiers came out aggressive in the second set, but Oregon's offense took control. IU won the 3rd set 25-21, but the game's fate was sealed when the Hoosiers lost in the 4th set, 25-21. Senior setter number 13, Avery Tatum, was a top performer once again with 24 kills, 5 digs, and 1 block. Number 10, Cameron Hayworth, had a season high of 5 aces as well as 44 assists, 4 blocks, 11 digs, and 2 kills. And graduate student defensive specialist Delaney Maple had a career high of 3 aces from the end line. The Hoosiers take on Michigan State this Friday at home. They then face Ohio State on Sunday and travel to Minnesota to take on the Gophers on Friday, October 11th.
The Indiana women's tennis team gears up for their annual 3-day Hoosier Classic in Bloomington, starting on Friday, October 4th until Sunday, October 6th. Afterwards, they will regroup for the ITA Regional Championships the following week, starting Thursday, October 10th.
The women's field hockey team took home a win against Lock Haven on Sunday. The Hoosiers were led by senior Yip Van Wonderen, who scored all 3 goals. With this win, the Hoosiers are now 3-5 for the season as they gear up to play Maryland at home this Friday.
And finally, some disappointing news for the Indiana men's basketball team as the 6'7" forward from Fishers, Indiana, Jalen Harrelson, has committed to Notre Dame despite having Indiana in his top 3 decisions. Harrelson went into his final decision holding a top 3 school list of Indiana, Michigan State, and Notre Dame. Harrelson previously attended Fishers High School before transferring to La Lumiere School, a top prep school in LaPorte, Indiana. During his sophomore season at Fishers, he averaged 23, 8, and 4. Then as a junior at La Lumiere, he averaged 9, 5, and 4. Harrelson's commitment to Notre Dame makes him the highest-rated recruit in program history. And it looks like our 5 minutes are up. I'm Dylan Traeger.
And I'm Blair Wayman. Thank you for joining us, and come back Monday for a recap of this weekend in Hoosier Athletics.